It makes it okay. It makes it okay because that's where we came from. But we didn't. We are divine beings. We came here exactly as we are now, okay, with the same capabilities. The problem is we're not connected to the earth. Now, the earth keeps screaming at everybody, telling everybody something's happening, but we're ignoring it, thinking that it's all blah, whatever, right? But even like the shows, it keeps coming out. Our subconscious keeps telling us this memory, this knowledge that the earth is screaming at us is there if you just shut up and listen and open your mind for once, people, for real. It doesn't take much, but we're so disconnected. Instead, we watch TV, we listen to what they do, programming with radio waves and waves that seriously permeate the air, okay? That means that it's going to influence not only the TV, you too, hence HARP and everything else. It can be tuned in to a particular frequency, like the human brain frequency, and it can influence us. So people step away. Be people. Go outside. Go camping again. Go fishing. Learn to take care of yourself. Grow your own food. Control your life and your family so that you have, teach your kids. My God, that's why we have to have two parents working, because if two parents are working, then they have control of the children and they influence their growth and thinking. And all that does is bring blind servants into existence, which is technically what we're being told now that we were created for. Sorry, but you know why they're scared? Because what do we do when we find out we've been screwed over? We go after them. We are a very dangerous being. That's why they're scared of us, okay? That's why they go in hiding, because they don't want to be exposed. Because if they're exposed, what happens? We destroy it because we don't like that. We are a very strong and very powerful being, and when we realize that, then we gain power back ourselves.
I mean, I want to backtrack on that for a minute. When you talk about on how when we go to war, and that's what I think happened in history. And this is just my opinion. I'm about to give you my 2 cents. If we look in history, there's a lot of stories about dragons slaying. Okay, back in the dragon. You know, and I'm like, well, what happened? Why is it that we don't see dragons?
Hey, as late as Alexander the Great fighting dragons back into the cave and slaying them there. So it's not recent. We're talking 14th, 15th century. So
there's a lot of stories about dragon slaying. And I'm like, okay, so why did that happen? What was going on between the war, I guess the War of the Worlds, where, you know, mankind decided, okay, we're done, you know? And then all of a sudden, you don't see anything more about dragons. Do they still exist? I believe they still exist. Where are they? I think they're in hiding. Yes, I do believe that. Because, of course, in our everyday lives, we don't see large dragons. We don't see reptilian people.
Like Bigfoot?
Yeah, we don't see Bigfoot. Everything is in hiding, and we have to ask ourselves why.
Because we kill everything. We killed everything else.
Right, exactly. So I think everything went into hiding. Whatever that existed on this planet that's still here is in hiding, and it's because, you know, they're watching, you know. And I think they're going to present themselves again, you know, whether we call these things aliens, whether we call them angels, whether we call this dragons, whatever these things are, these beings, they're going to present themselves again, but they're going to present themselves in a different way.
Yes.
And they're hoping that the masses, not you, me, and what's your ABC?
Yeah.
Not you. You know, they don't care about what we think. They care about what the masses think. And the masses are going to be like, oh my gosh, what is that? You know, and they're going to, first response is fear. They're going to be scared. And they're going to look to the government for an answer. They're going to say, what is it? They're going to turn on ABC News. They're going to say, what just happened? What did I see in the sky? What did I see come out from under the ground? What was that? You know, and the news is going to give a nice, good answer.
Well, they're telling them now about the aliens, right? You know, slowly but surely they're starting to reveal. Well, it's the setup. You know, it's like, hey.
Well, they can't hide it anymore. The problem is that they're trying to jump the gun because all this evidence is coming out, so they have to make it like they have control, as opposed to us bringing it about. They're just trying to, again, the control thing. And, okay, people, money is not power nor control. Knowledge is. Hence why they keep trying to keep you within one religion and keep trying to keep you from reading anything else because it's blasphemous. Read and see what exists, because when you find similarities and you find the fact that we are alike, that we are all people, that we are all human, that we are more alike than the elite wants you to know, then what control do they have? That's the thing. As long as they keep us divided, and keep us fighting and thinking that we are powerless, that we were savages that used to drag our knuckles. Come on, as long as we believe that, then they have control because they have the information. All those libraries that were destroyed, like Alexandria and others, seriously, that had multitude of texts that would help show this, but we're still finding a way. Okay, all the natural technology that used to exist that we could still do naturally, not mechanically, naturally, all that technology, we are such amazing creatures, seriously, that we found all these natural abilities, and we found a way to do it. We didn't have anybody to teach us because all that was gone, but we still found a way to bring it about. Now, it is, technological, it is mechanical as opposed to biological, but that in itself should show the ingenuity and the amazingness of the human person and soul and species, and that should make us happy, not sad, and see the differences. Shouldn't that, make people realize that we are amazing and that we are more alike than they want us to know? Because if we did know, what would happen? It would change.
There is an awakening that all of us talk about going on now.
Yes.
We call it awareness of the cabal and the control that these people are doing. And, we understand these psyops and these lies that they're putting forth, trying to herd us all in together and prepare for, this coming collapse type of thing. So we already do have this awareness going on. And I do think that it's highly likely that part of the awareness will be a spiritual awareness too, where, we'll kind of start to understand more that it's not only, all of these rules that we're taught while practicing our belief or our religion, whether it's Christianity or Islam or Judaism or whatever. It's not so much following all these rules and do this at this time on this day and all that kind of stuff. The spirituality that's in us, like you said, there's so much more to that. And hopefully, we'll have the same kind of awakening there that we're having now about this control that's going on Earth.
Well, I kind of believe that. I don't think they really care that you know. I think it's kind of necessity that, I think it's a universal law that they have to let people know, like warning comes before destruction. I think it's a universal law that they have to disclose what they are going to do before they do it.
Before somebody gets here and tells them, why the hell aren't people down on their knees celebrating my arrival? Come on.
Yeah, it's like karma. It's like
yes. And karma was never good. I don't care how many people think that karma was never a good thing.
But the thing is, I can't be held accountable for what I do if I tell you I'm doing it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's like kids going to the corner. They don't learn responsibility or actions that come from their actions, They don't learn that consequences are existent. So they go into the world thinking they'll just be sitting in the corner, a little slap on the wrist. Yeah. Right. That's why I don't have a problem with spanking a kid if they do something wrong. Because trust me, once I remember getting a spanking, trust me, I didn't do it again after that.
Right. But this is the energy that they're working off of. They're saying, okay, as long as we tell you what we're going to do, then once we do it, then we don't have to receive that negative energy back.
That's right. It's your fault for not noticing.
It's your fault for not noticing. It's your fault for not doing anything.
Yeah.
Like I have a knife. And I'm about to stab you. And okay, so if you let me stab you, then it was a consensual stab.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you sit there and I stab you, and I said, I'm going to stab you, and you sit there and you let me stab you, then it was a consensual stab. It was consensual agreement. We made an agreement. Because even if you didn't say anything, you agreed to it because you didn't say anything. This is what the government and the powers that be are doing. They're disclosing what they are doing to people. There are some people like you and me, and we are aware of it now. And, okay, but what are we going to do? The thing is that the masses, they are hearing the message, they're hearing what's going on, but they don't understand it, and they don't care. So because they don't care, they become apathetic to the warning. So when something happens, when millions of people get killed, then the person that's doing the killing is not held responsible on a universal law. Because
that is
it's like,
one thing. We still have to hold people responsible. Just because you have love for everybody doesn't mean they get away with it.
Right. And one thing I would add to that is that, it's even, there's much more added to it than than just what you're saying there. And I agree with that. That sounds right. You know, hey, I stabbed you, you didn't do anything, so it's not on me. And seriously, I agree with that. But the other part of it is that they've got this media and all this other conditioning so that you're kind of trained not to react. You know, that's like hedging their bets. I'm going to tell you about it. Here I come. I got a knife. But you've already been conditioned that,
a
well,
lack of
you know, somebody
imagination.
else
Oh
will
my
take
God.
care of you.
I've been outside with the kids with my son. It's amazing, you know. It's like we bring out his toys and stuff, and Seth, you know, like little boys, he tends to like destruct things. You know, come on. Nothing's made perfect, and plastic breaks easy. So, you know, he has a ton of like little toy guns and everything else, and we were outside, and it amazed me, right? Because we're always outside with the kids. No parents beyond like me, for real. It's crazy, and young kids, it's no joke. But anyways, it's so sad what's happening. But when we were out there, the kids come and, you know, they play with all the toys because we're always out there. That's why we bring so much. But they don't understand, like, if the gun didn't work, they didn't know how to pretend. What is that about? What is that about? That scares me. There is no imagination left with kids because they have TV for their imagination, and then they're at school, which is restricted. They come home, and their parents put them in front of TV. They feed them, and then they go to bed. They're spent their life alone, and when they do, when I tell them to like play with each other, they each take a ball and go off to their own corners. And I'm sitting there like, wow. I'm kind of, you know, it makes you want to like, what the hell are y'all doing, you know? Come on. Interact, play. It does, pretend, use your mind, expand, like do something else than what.
It's like they're killing the imagination, and that's really scary.
All right, I hate to do this because we're out of time. Hey, Montre, you want to tell everybody last little bit of details and maybe a way they can find you and, you know, talk or anything like that before we leave?
I'm on Facebook, so it's MONTRE.Bible, like the Holy Bible. You can also find me on MontreBible.com. I'm a writer, and I just do a lot of things. So my first name is probably the hardest, MONTRE. My last name is Bible, like the Holy Bible. Just Google me, you'll find me.
And if y'all have any problems, you can get in touch with me. I can find them. So.
Yeah.
And Doc, you wanna, or ABC, you wanna tell them your show and all that? Sorry, I was looking at the chat room. I saw Doc's name. So
no,
ABC's here in Dallas too. So you want to give them your details and when they can talk to you?
Yeah. You guys please come to my show. It's on Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central for 90 minutes, and on Sundays. So I'll be on tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central for 2 hours.
Awesome. And
all right, thanks a lot.
All right, guys. I had fun, Montre. If you ever want to do this again, I'm always here. And let's see. This is Nikki. This is Rise Above Dehumanization. We're going to be followed by, let's see, Survival Cooking with Dr. Pepper. So it's coming up to teach y'all some good survival methods, which we all know is going to be necessary soon. So, and in general, it's always good to have this information. So, you know, we need to get back to the earth and make it our own. So it's always important to listen. I'll see y'all Monday. I'm on at 2 p.m. Central, which is 3 p.m. on the East Coast, and that's, noon on the West Coast, and again next week as well. So I hope y'all had fun, and maybe together we could stand up and be human again and realize that we have more power than they would like us to see. So go outside, shake your neighbor's hand, meet him, cook out, go outside, go outside. It's a beautiful day. Hope it's beautiful for y'all. So coming up, we got, like I said, Survival Cooking with Dr. Pepper. Had fun, guys, and I look forward to it on Monday. Bye.